Hello and welcome back. Once again, it's time for the Golden Age of DC Comics 365 days, where I take this beloved hardcover coffee table book given to me about 2 decades ago by one of my best friends. It's been surfing my coffee table ever since. And what goes great with coffee table books, coffee table talk, but some great freshly made coffee. How are you today? Pull up a chair. Come on, let's talk comic books for a few minutes. We're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So come on by 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern every day to Reverend Sully's channel here. Like and subscribe, please. That's darn good coffee. Oh, yeah. Let's get to it. I'm taking this 365 Days book. It's by Abrahams Press, 2004. There's a link in the description if you want your own copy. Last time I checked, it was about $7.50 US on Amazon. Get your own copy, play along at home. Support these creators. I mean, this is Les Daniels, Chip Kidd, and Geoff Spear, who curated this wonderful trip through memory lane. It's this is about history. This is about comic books. This is about the publication industry. This is about how the media has shifted from print to digital, and it's all here with us today. So yeah, let's get to it. We're gonna crack the book open. It's today is May the 23rd, and we got a trio of old friends, old chums, one could say. It is art by Win Mortimer. It's from the cover of World's Finest Comics, number 70, May-June of 1954, near the end of the Golden Age. The Golden Age of DC Comics runs from 1938 with Action Comics number 1, the premiere of Superman, and it runs until 1955. The Silver Age begins with Showcase number 4 and the debut of Barry Allen, The Flash, in 1956. That runs until 1970. 1970 starts the Bronze Age. I'm a Bronze Age baby. And from 1970 until 1985 is known as the Bronze Age of Comics. The Copper Age begins in 1985. Overstreet says it ends in 1992. I'm going to extend that until 2000 because I think 15 years is a great span of time for an age of comic books. And what's after that? I think there's a millennium age between 2000 and 2015. You know, it could start off with Grant Morrison's new X-Men and the X-Men movie and 9/11 and all the way to 2015 where the needle was moved. And yeah, there was a complete new paradigm in publishing, and yeah, that's its own conversation. But what we're gonna do is go back to the Golden Age, and we're gonna check out this art by Win Mortimer. All right, let's check it out. This is what we do on this show. We look at the art, we read the blurb, and we admire some comic book art. And here we go. Sometimes I cover things up with my thumbs if I think it's going to be too problematic. It's my channel, my show, my rules. There's lots of problematic stuff in this book. There are a lot of racial stereotypes. There are a lot of things that are antediluvian. That means like before the flood of Noah. And yeah, so culture, at least, you know, we're in the 21st century. We can look at this from our vantage point here in our now and be grateful for how, you know, far we've come as a people. Great comic book talk. And I hope you're doing awesome today. Seriously. A comic book can help transport and spirit you away from this earth and its problems, if just for a few moments. So, I mean, I think every day is a good day to read a comic book because it still has that power. So crack open an old Bronze Age baby and find yourself in like in Moon Knight's shoes or something, and just get lost for a few minutes, and then come back to Earth and take care of your of your problems. Do your laundry, make your bed, clean your room. I do. And so this is obviously it's Superman, Batman, and Robin, and this guy's only got shoe shine colors in black, brown, and white, and he's a little flummoxed. So you can see the look on his face, and let's read the blurb. It's May the 23rd. The idea here is that the poor shoe shine guy has only black, brown, and white shoe polish, but he has somehow ended up with customers wearing red, green, and blue boots. Yet even with only the bottom half of this cover visible, there's absolutely no doubt about who the patrons might be. 3 heroes sporting 3 of the most recognizable outfits in the world. And that's from the cover of World's Finest. And World's Finest, I'm going to read this from the wiki. The idea for World's Best #1 originated from the identically formatted 1940s New York World's Fair comics featuring Superman, Batman, and Robin with 98 pages and a cardboard cover. The year before, there was a similar 1939 New York World's Fair comic featuring Superman, but without Batman and Robin because Bill Finger and Bob Kane had not yet created them. Wah, 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 wah. The series initially was a 96-page quarterly anthology. Now here's the good part, because there were no team-ups between Superman and Batman until the 50s. And this is what I was looking for. It was an anthology featuring various DC characters, always including Superman and Batman in separate stories. Comics historian Les Daniels, one of the authors, Leslie Noel Daniels III, also known as Les Daniels, an American writer, noted that pairing Superman and Batman made sense financially since the two were DC's most popular heroes. When superheroes fell out of vogue in the early 1950s, DC shortened the size of the publication to that the rest of its output, leaving only enough space for one story. This led to Superman and Batman appearing in the same story together, starting with World's Finest Comics #71, July of 1954. That would be the next issue. So this is from issue 70. So the next issue of this would feature the first team up with Batman and Superman in World's Finest Comics. I grew up with World's Finest on the spinner rack. The old, the 40-cent days, the 50-cent days, 75, and it only lasted until 1986. So it stopped publication after Crisis, and the title often depicted Batman gaining superpowers as a way to avoid having him be overshadowed by Superman. Lex Luthor and the Joker first joined forces in issue 88 in 1957, and it goes on from there. And it would also be there was a team up in the 70s that I grew up on. It was called it was The Brave and the Bold, Batman Brave and the Bold. You could remember the cartoon with Dieter Batrick voicing. That was an amazing adaptation. That was such a great view of Batman, and a lot of the Golden Age sentimentality in there too, and a lot of Silver Age quirkiness, and just but Brave and the Bold, that was a Batman team up. And it would be every month, it would be Batman teaming up with somebody else in the DC universe. Love those stories. And what are some of your favorite stories? Why don't you leave a comment in the comments section? Be part of this coffee table comic book conversation. I'm trying to recreate the comic book conversations that we used to have in the old comic book stores, and I miss those greatly. And I want to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So you can tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, and we'll find out who we're talking about when we turn the page tomorrow. Like and subscribe if you could be so kind. I make daily content. I talk about pop culture, comic books. I'm a professional chef. I share my cooking hacks. You can find the playlist, What's Cooking. I'm also a spiritual guy. I make gratitude lists, and I do a Sunday sermon. I'm an ordained minister and an amateur theologian. We get spiritual here. Hashtag lighten up. It's about enlightenment, and it's about how spirituality can improve your daily life. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful for you. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe and share and turn on the notifications. Be so, let the world know we're talking about comic books and we're talking about the good things. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Namaste. God bless and good luck. We'll see you tomorrow, 3 p.m. Bye-bye.